Well, 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 here we are. And here comes the. Is that a glockenspiel? Right. I get the point. Trivia. I won it. Wow. I was just speaking how the placement of a glockenspiel in any arrangement needs to be thought out long before it's done. You know, it's wonderful. I had a chance to be around sound check, so I know what it's like. These guys, Moonfruits, it's just wow. Anyway, they're from the Ottawa area, and that's kind of my home area. I was born in Smiths Falls, Ontario. Yep, it's on my birth certificate. Can't get away from it. The nice thing I like about Smiths Falls, right, is that Perth doesn't get along well with Carleton Place, and Carleton Place and Renfrew do not get along at all. Renfrew and is it Arnprior? They don't get along. Even Merrickville gets in there because they don't get along well with Carleton Place. Like there's just this whole little conglomerate of little towns that don't get along with each other. But the neat thing is they have one thing in common. They all hate Smiths Falls. That's where I'm from. It's a wonderful little community. There's a lot of great. They actually had a folk festival there for years, and it was really quite nice to see that happening. Part of the Weeks family, I think they did that. Out on the road to North Gower. Anyway, pleasant area out there. And so, but there's always been a propensity for a lot of music to happen in that valley. And not just in that area, but when you get into Ottawa, you almost start getting into, there's orchestras. There are musicians who make a living, a union wage, playing in orchestras in Ottawa. So when they're not doing that, they're doing other things. There's an air of creativity that happens there. You have Lynn Miles, Ian Tamlin, all those people that are not just, like they're staying many years in the forefront of what's going on and writing in that sense. But I was having a chat earlier with one of Moonfruit about what is it, how do you best describe any genre of music, specifically for me trying to tell you what you're going to expect tonight, or anyone out in the audience in the our TV land, Duncan Showroom Live YouTube TV. Folk music is a really harsh genre. If it's not rock, it's folk, or if it's not hip hop, but then hip hop's kind of got a kind of folkish feel at times to it. And anyway, all this came to me one day that basically it's, as they always say, folk music is music by the folks for the folks, right? And what we've discovered here is by having all sorts of different genres come to the venue, that it's tribal. Right? Everyone gravitates to the music of their choice that makes them feel like a community. Things that make them, don't let the absence of a lot of people tonight, we don't have the biggest crowd for this style of music, but then again, I'm stuck in this quandary of like, how do I describe what you're about to hear? Articulation in the arrangement. When you have a glockenspiel, you have to know where that's going to be placed. The gentleness of the vocals, the knowledge, the confidence of where you are, the fact that you're from another city and you're traveling across the country because you have proven to the community that you're from that, yes, you are worth going out to the world to be their emissary, right? So this is a very cool thing that happens here at the Duncan Showroom, that we get a chance to bring new people in that you may not have heard. And I know there are some people tonight from Duncan that will be watching who don't always get down for whatever reasons. And in the next couple of days, a lot of people will get a chance to watch this show. And when you do, remember, live music is very cool. Watching it online is cool, but going to see it live is even cooler. So every opportunity you get, support live music. That's what keeps it still going, okay? So we're going to get on with the show. Moonfruit's going to start it off, and I'm looking very much forward. Is that the way it is? Is it? Sarah, you're up first? Oh, shit, did I blow that? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Sarah, get up here. Now, yeah, right, we were talking to Sarah. Sarah's now living in Victoria. And I was, again, fairly enamored with what you did when you got up, especially because you had Moonfruit sit in with a couple of songs, and that was kind of cool, too. And but where were you originally from? Like, where would you call? Like, everyone's got a hometown.
I don't know, man.
You had to be a hometown somewhere.
It's like Ottawa and Tawasin.
That's close. That's like, commute's really hard.
Yeah.
But
I'm torn, man.
no, Georgia was from that area too, Tawasin area, right?
Oh, yeah? Well, I did the opposite, actually.
Yeah, see, so it's not that uncommon, you know. So you thought it was just I'm an anomaly. No, there's other people who've lived just reversed.
I wanted to feel special.
Wow, that's weird, reversed. Anyway, she's going to give us some music, please. Give Sarah a warm welcome.
Thank you, John. And what a cool space. Thanks for coming out, folks. I'm going to start off tonight with something new and setting an intention. I'm a teacher sometimes in my day job, and so it's always nice to kind of welcome the class and welcome you and and set an intention. So I'm also a scientist sometimes, and I write a lot about the ocean and the weather and heartache too, of course. But does anyone know what kind of shell this is? It's a moon snail shell. It's a predatory snail. So if you're on the beach and you see a little hole in many shells, that comes from this guy. He comes out of a shell, or she, and actually drills a hole in shells. Anyway, he's gone now, or she's gone now. And I found this a few weeks ago when I've been going through a lot of transition, and I kind of took it as a nice, awesome sign. I actually laughed. I was like, huh, what an awesome shell to find on the beach. And what I'd like to do is pass it around. And if you need a good intention, I invite you to listen. And if you want to give a good intention, I invite you to whisper something into it. And don't feel silly. If you don't want to participate, just pass it on, okay? And we're going to take this with us on our tour and continue the vibe, okay? Cool? Sweet. And the first song I'm going to play for you has to do with finding a shell on a beach and it having a message for you. And like a couple of my other songs, it's called Sea Waltz. It's called Waltz, but it's not a waltz. It started off as one, but I like the name, so I kept it. Stop me if you've heard it before. About a little shell that found its little self, washed up upon these very shores. Well, I picked it up and I held it to my ear. Held it to my ear to hear what I could hear. They always told me the ocean's what I'd hear, but I heard life is the sea. One day nice and smooth, the next rough and mean. From the shallows to the depths and everywhere in between. Oh yeah, it comes in waves, comes in waves, comes in waves, comes in waves. It comes in waves, comes in waves, in waves like the sea. I began to move on my way with salty skin. I couldn't help but smile as I listened to her sing to me. Oh, life is the sea. One day nice and smooth, the next rough and mean. From the shallows to the depths and everywhere in between. Oh yeah, it comes in waves, comes in waves, comes in waves, comes in waves. It comes in waves, comes in waves, in waves like the sea. Shell back down. I put it on the ground so it could be found, and I'll take its little message with me everywhere I go, and I'll share this little message with everyone I know. Oh, I sing like fish, the sea. One day nice and smooth, the next rough and mean. From the shallows to the depths and everywhere in between. Oh yeah, it comes in waves, comes in waves, comes in waves, comes in waves. Comes in waves, comes in waves, in waves like the sea. Thank you. My dad always quotes that song. He's like, well, it comes in waves. And I'm like, thanks, I know. My dad, if you're out there. I got a new hat yesterday. I'm the queen of, I find something and I'm like, be careful, John, wherever you are. But I'm like, ooh, this is cool. And I think I'll take it or borrow it. And I found it and I put it on and it actually fit my large head. And it's like become part of me, I think. And it's coming on tour, and just like the shell, it's a whole new thing going on. It's pretty sweet. Added some, I've had these blue jay feathers at my house for like 5 years, and I'm like, finally, something to put them on. This next song is called Skin to Skin, and I've got a man in my life who's been a pretty big muse for many years. I don't know, I'm sure you have those people in your life that you're just like, and sometimes they're not even the best people, but they're just like an artistic inspiration. You're just like, stay over there, I'm gonna paint you. And this song's kind of inspired by that. It's called Skin to Skin. I heard a pretty song from far away, so I followed it as far as I could say, but I never got within the reach to block its way, and I never had the feeling it wanted to be that way. Yeah, it wanted to be that way. Moved from town to town, holiday, some through sticks and stones, and some through bears and braves, and still I try to keep an eye on this heart of mine, and I'm chasing this song to keep the love alive. the garden, sowing, sowing. We were in the garden, growing, growing. And we were in the garden, loving skin to skin. Yeah, I love you skin to skin. Smothered in the mother of my soul. He's got me covered, my lover, with a heart too strong to spoil. And I came with a line across. And I came not to find what you lost, what you lost. Longer than the hairs of a queen, deeper than the shadows of my darkest dreams. And everybody's trying to swim upstream. Well, you and I laugh and sing and float down free. Yeah, we float on down free. And we were in the garden, digging, digging. We were in the garden, growing, growing. We were in the garden, sowing, sowing. And we were in the garden, loving skin to skin. Yeah, loving skin to skin. Yeah, I love you skin. Skin to skin. Merci beaucoup. This next song is was born at Strathcona Park. If you've ever written a song, you know it's kind of like a painting and that it's never really done. And the way it evolves over time is so, so cool. And so this started off as a song about like Gerald losing his twin brother. And I don't know, I think Gerald was like the crusty old park manager or something. And it turned into a really beautiful song. It's one of my favorites to play. And it brings up a lot of good emotion. And it's called Lake Song. I see you in the water as the sun, it blinds my eyes. And though I'm an ocean's daughter, the lakes and the streams, oh, I don't mind. And darling, there's no need to fear. Nothing but safe, nothing but safe here. Even with the stingers and wild bees near, we're nothing but safe, we're nothing but safe here. And she rose gets lost again in her own Why can't it stay like this? Just the way it is, the way it is. He said the only thing the same is everything changes. Well, that's the way it is, the way it is. Well, that's the way it is, the way it is. It is. She rose to a new lane and gets lost again in her old way. So she rose, oh she rose to a new lake, a new lake. Thank you. So that tune is going to be, I'm releasing a new little EP. I don't know when. It's taken a lot. It's like the longest I've ever worked on anything in my life, but it's going to be awesome. And that'll be coming out probably by fall, hopefully. 6 songs, little EP. And we're adding all this instrumentation. Working on it with my uncle, who's an amazing musician and an amazing producer, it turns out. So stay tuned for that. I'm pretty stoked about it, and it's going to be really great. I do have little CDs here for sale. They're handmade with old magazines, science magazines, the ocean scenes. Yeah, and check it out. And also, this is a good little segue. I have a little whale book, so if you want to write your email down and get emails from me sporadically, please write your email down, sign it. And this next song is about a whale that was struck by a cruise ship many years ago, a couple years ago. And I spent a few years living in Bamfield. And they actually, because it was a navigational hazard, this whale, they brought it in to like the protection of the islands to do its thing, as a whale body does. And I happened to go visit it one day and acquire my first whalebone, which I'm really excited about. It's huge. It's like this big. Nice vertebrae spine. And I was standing there though with this whale, and I was like, man, this thing's huge. It was a fin whale, which is the second largest whale in the world, and just majestic and so large. And I this song came into my head, and I was like, man, this whale probably had feelings and like thoughts and that we will never understand, and they have their own thing going on down there under the sea. And apparently actually when this whale passed on, that there was another fin whale, and we don't see fin whales around there. Another fin whale came swimming in as if looking for it, and kind of was like, oh, it's maybe brother or sister or lover, I don't know. I was kind of looking around for it. So this song is a waltz, and it's called Whalebone Waltz, and it's kind of just a reflection on what it's like to be a whale. guard these whale bones and keep them safe headed on to the beach. How big of a beauty was she, and how wide was her smile, and how heavy her heart must have been. Oh, she's gone to the deep for a while. Me and these whalebones, and we were holding hands as she sunk into the sand. How big of a beauty was she, and how wide was her smile, and how heavy her heart must have been. Oh, she's gone to the deep for a while. Well, they dragged her into the shore, and the creatures cried no more, no more. They didn't want to see what had become of me. Oh Lord, they dragged her into the shore, and the creatures cried no more, no more. They didn't want to see what had become of me. Oh Lord, oh Lord. But how big of a beauty was she, and how wide was her smile, and how heavy her heart must have been. Oh, she's gone to the deep for a while. How big of a beauty was she, and how wide was her smile, and how heavy her heart must have been. Oh, she's gone to the deep for a while. So slow down if you see a whale, please. Be whale wise. Thank you. Why don't you guys want to come up for a sec? Cool. We're gonna do an impromptu song. It's really nice to be here. It's been a rough week, so thanks for having me and these guys. Great way to start off the tour. Such a classy joint. So I wrote this song. I was living in Montreal, and it really wasn't working for me. There's no ocean there. And I decided to come back west, which I often do. And I was reading Huck Finn at the time, and this whole idea of like trekking on down the river really appealed to me. So this song's about a Riverkeeper who usually just takes people back and forth, and he's decided to head on down, and he invites his love to come with him. Down by the river, I'm waiting for you. I've packed all we need to make this come stories they lie, and hear them whispering when the night moon is night. The dark sound of water, a strange light over there. Small light to spare, and in the evening we'll take a swim, and you won't feel nothing until we jump in. Take you across, if that's all you want. But come with me downstream if you've nowhere to be. Some days we'll work hard with not a word left to speak. Some days we'll be lazy and press cheek to cheek. I'm not asking neither, just for now. If you take the rudder, my love, I'll keep watching about. If you take the rudder, my love, I'll keep watch at the bow. Moonfruits, everyone. Thank you. Full disclosure, it's the second time we played that. I thought it went very well. Hopefully not the last. Great. So it's a real treat to have a listening audience. I love it, because then I can talk and tell my stories. So this little album I brought with me today is a project I did. Like I said, I've been going through some transition, and we can talk about what specifically if you want to after the show. If you want to get into it, why not? And there's my friends from Newfoundland told me about this thing called an RPM, or record per month. You don't make a record per month, but just one record in 1 month, and you write and record everything that month. And so I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And I did. 11 songs. And it was a really good journey and good push to just create and kind of feel that. And part of this project was propelled by something I was asked to do and take part of in Victoria. It's called the Existence Project. And what it is, it's kind of like getting everyone in a room and having talks. And basically this one person, usually someone from a marginalized community or or someone who's like usually stigmatized comes and they tell their story. It's usually a pretty intense and harsh story. And then an artist is invited to interpret that. So usually my friend who organizes this has like visual artists and they do beautiful paintings. And he's like, do you want to come and write a song? Like, come observe this workshop and participate in it and write a song about it. And I was like, okay. So I did. And that's actually on the album, and I'm going to play it for you now. The explanation intro is longer than the song itself. The song's pretty short. But it was it was like a really cool experience, because not often do we get to sit in a room with people we'd never really talked to, and kind of see where, you know, I'm a person of privilege. It's great to kind of sit down and as equals with everyone and talk about stuff. And so the speaker's name was Kim, and they were a transgendered person who has had a really hard life, and basically their whole life was on the streets, but also someone with such a positive and wonderful attitude and like great sense of humor. And oh yeah, it just brought me a lot of joy. And I tried to write a song that they could actually play harmonica to, so it's in the key of G. Anyway, but yeah, this song is called Kim. We've all a place in this production line, and Jesus was a busy guy. So my dear, am I turning privileges to rights instead of water into wine? Instead of water into wine. And running through the times of street wars, grasping out for every open door, facing all the change with the grace of a newly formed butterfly, asking myself every day what it means to be alive, survive. What it means to be alive, survive. They made God, I found God, forced me to believe, and I'm so gone. Lead me to believe, and I'll keep on flying like the birds drawn on my skin. Some of us barely get the chance, no, don't even get a second glance from society, making money for the priest. I hit my bottom running through the streets. I hit my bottom running through the streets. They made God, I found God, forced me to believe, and I'm so gone. Lead me to believe, and I'll keep on flying like the birds drawn on my skin. Thank you. I told you it was short. Curious, how are we doing for time here? More time? More songs? All night? Cool. Sweet. Thanks for coming out again. I already said that, but I appreciate it. We were talking today about how this is like, you can't get from Netflix what you get from someone singing to you. So thank you. It means a lot to support this movement. The folk movement. Music for the people, right? Well, I feel like playing a breakup song, so I'm going to do that. Damper in the mood a bit. Once again, it's on this little album, and I did just go through a breakup, and writing music is like one of the most healing things for that. So thank you for that. But picture this with like really loud scratching the day on the wall. Honey, I'll miss you. There's a hole in my heart, in your arms that long to fall. I long to fall. Scratching the days on the wall. Honey, I'll miss you, yes I do. There's a hole in my heart, you know it's true. In your arms I long to fall. I long to fall. I do. I long to fall into his arms, but you know. Just a little backstory that I should have told before, but we decided not to talk for a while, but it was like torture, right? So I envisioned dramatically, of course, but like scratching days on the wall, like you're in prison. Anyway, cool. Thanks for that. I'm learning a Billie Holiday song, and I'm not quite ready for it on guitar, so I'm going to sing it a cappella tonight. Billie Holiday is one of my greatest vocal influences for sure. You know, I'm kind of a sad person, so I love to put her on Sundays and just like drink coffee and think about life. And there's this awesome quote I heard her say once. She's like, "I never sing a song the same way twice." And I was like, yeah, girl. So I kind of follow in her footsteps. This song's called "I Cover the Waterfront." And just a beautiful visual of waiting for your love to come back to you. Away from the city that hurts and knocks, I'm standing alone on the desolate docks, in the still and the chill of the night. I see the horizon, the great unknown. My heart has an ache, it's as heavy as stone. Will the dawn coming on make it last? I cover the waterfront, while I'm watching the sea. The one I love will soon come back to me. And I cover the waterfront in search of my love. and I'm staring at a starlit sky above. Here am I, patiently waiting, hoping and longing. Oh, how I yearn. Where are you? Are you forgetting? Will you remember? Will you return? I cover the waterfront, like watching the sea. And the one I love will soon come back to me. And I cover the waterfront in search of my love, and I'm staring at a starlit sky above. Thank you. I'm feeling bold tonight. It is the hat. It is. Cool. I have a song called Fire Moon, and I toured last summer, and we actually drove through. There was all those forest fires. You'll remember, I'm sure. It was a long time ago, but we went up to Arts Wells Festival, a really awesome festival up in Wells, BC. Excuse me. And there was a full moon that night. There was actually northern lights, and for some reason, I think we were so high up in the mountains that the fire smoke wasn't there, so we were kind of protected, and it was awesome. But the moon was like a deep red, and it was like, I called it Fire Moon. So this song's called Fire Moon, and it's about love, I guess. Rises into sight. Sweet desire ripen with the night. With the night. Cones and flowers falling to the ground. Sweet summer kid, all the smoke is all around, blinding me, and I can't see. My heart like a wildfire destroys everything like a natural disaster. I can see you, I feel you, I hear you, baby, I breathe you. Nothing but ash and black in his path. Making room for new life to bloom from his wrath. I watch from above as you flow across that room. In this crowd of thousand, baby, all I feel is true. can see you, feel you, hear you, baby, I breathe you. Baby, I breathe you. Thank you. Sweet. That one's fun to sing. This next tune's called Scandalous. It's called Jazzy Adultery, and it's also on this new album that's coming out, who knows when. And kind of a cool story. So I went to school for biology, marine biology, and I liked it, but I was always there's always like this artist in the back of my mind, like, Sarah, you should sing and write poetry and paint and be an artist. And I was like, I don't know how. And eventually I failed marine animal physiology. Who wants to know the parts to a crab? I don't know, except for the edible ones. I mean, yeah. So it was also an 8:30 in the morning class. No excuse, but still. And I was like, man, what am I gonna do? And I realized it was okay. I didn't need it to like actually get my degree. So I took jazz dance and guitar in my last semester of university. It was a summer class, so I was dancing 3 hours a day in the morning and playing 3 hours a day of guitar in the afternoon. And it was like, oh, this is so great. And this chord progression that the song's based on came out of that guitar class. Excuse me. And it's called Jazzy Adultery. Caught away out of the blue, caught away and dance with you on the surface of love. Oh man, what a love. Woo-hoo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. He said, you're the kind of lady I'd like to be with. And I said, you're the man I want to know. But oh, uh-oh, what do I do with my boy at home? He put his fingers to my lips and said, hush. So we twirled, then we danced, and we twisted, and we twisted, and we twirled, and we danced, and we kissed, and we kissed, and no, I forgot all about my little problem at home. Ain't it funny how that goes? I caught away out of the blue and danced with you. He said, you're the kind of lady I'd like to be with. And I said, you're the man I want to know. But oh, I got me a problem. What do I do with my boy at home? He put his fingers to my lips and said, hush. Thank you. Now, I don't condone adultery, believe me. It's a terrible thing. But in this day and age, you know, it's kind of happening. That's a fun tune. And that song actually, like, propelled this whole, we're taking a whole jazz angle with this new album. It's pretty cool. So that song was, like, the birth of this whole jazzy side. It's really neat. because we have our French, my fellow musicians I'm here with tonight are bilingue, I can say, bilingual people, and perfectly bilingual, I would say. Like, no accents. Like, what do they speak to? Maybe 3. And I'm part French, half French. And it's a, I don't know, it's part of my culture for sure. I lived in Ottawa, Montreal, Quebec, and it's like a different vibe out there. And I saw this amazing performer in Montreal. Her name is Flavie. And this song really spoke to me, and she was like really doing it and really living the musician's lifestyle. And she actually had the chords to the songs in her little lyric book in her CD. So I learned this song, and it's called, I never remember, it's called Un an debout, or Les ailes dans l'eau, so wings in the water, or One Year Standing. I cannot remember what the title is. One of those. And yeah, it's a very beautiful song. So even if it's really hard to translate, but basically it's a love song and just feeling that ache for someone, I think. And if you want to know, vous parlez français aussi, hein? Okay. So half of the people in this room will understand, maybe, and the other half, well, we'll tell you what it means when we're on break. Un an debout, les genoux cassés, à regarder en arrière. Un an debout, à regretter l'amour et ses secrets en mai. Tu m'as dit, je vis pour l'amour. Je dis, je vivais pour toi, moi. Tu m'as dit, mais regardez donc autour. Il y a des yeux qui attrapent ta voix. Mais il est temps d'aller en canot. Des milliers de lieux à vélo et de monter sur son dos. Déposer mes ailes dans l'eau. Dans l'eau. Un an debout, les genoux cassés, j'ai fini par tourner la tête et ignorer mes os brisés. J'ai quand même peur que ça s'infecte pour vrai. Tu m'as dit j'ai mon cœur à raconter. Je dis je ne veux pas l'entendre. Il veut souffler sur mes souvenirs brûlés, prêts et timides sur la corde. Mais il est temps d'aller en canot. Des milliers de lieux à vélo et de monter sur son dos. Déposer mes ailes dans l'eau. Avant de fermer le cercueil où j'ai déposé mes espoirs, j'aimerais que tu te souviennes un peu des nuits qui ont baisé notre histoire. Mais je vais prendre le bateau qui me ramènera sur la terre. Un regard qui brûle ma peau. Je veux bien respirer son air. Mais je ne contrôlerai pas l'inconscient qui se promet de t'aimer toujours et de t'attendre comme un amant, de surprendre au moindre détour. récapitule, tout pourra venir vérifier. Au fond des pupilles, une béatitude qui transforme l'amant en allié. Mais il est temps d'aller en canot, des milliers de lieues à vélo, et de monter sur son dos, déposer mes ailes dans l'eau, dans l'eau. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Merci beaucoup. Now how are we for time? Notorious for asking that too many times. All right, I'll play. How many more songs should I play? None. No, I'm kidding. I'll play two. So once again, I'm sort of a scientist as well as an artist. It's almost a split personality thing going on sometimes, but they merge well together. And it's been really neat to sing songs about nature because it's what inspires me. And many years ago, I was out living on an island called Grand Manan, working at a whale and seabird research station. Lots of cool stuff. We were tagging, I don't know what a basking shark is. It's a giant fish that feeds on plankton. It's a tiny little thing. It's like a whale shark. Just has no teeth. It just swims around like eating whatever flies in its mouth. And they dive crazy depths. And so we were like actually harpooning tags into these giant creatures. And it was really cool. Lots of other cool stuff too. But your day as someone who's out on the water a lot, this goes for fishermen or whoever else, is very weather dependent. So you get to know, okay, I know what the tide's doing at this time, and I know which way the wind's blowing, and all these factors that really affect your day and how you live your life and how you make your living. And so I wrote a little poem about the wind, kind of to remind me the first thing about that. We sort of talk about, to describe a wind, you say like it's a northeaster, which means it's coming from the northeast. And I was always confused. I thought it was always like the direction it's going. So this is where this poem kind of came from, was to like remind me of that concept. And I realized the wind and I, we have a lot in common. Up a storm, oh, she'll blow through your bones, and cold is cold, and she can keep you dry, she can keep you warm. And although she can be predicted, she's not to be restricted to such diction of her direction and speed, commanding the waves, and hence my days she teeters on a line of enemy and friend. Keep your eyes on her. If there's anything that you can do, keep your eyes on her, and she'll keep her heart on you. off your feet. And she'll come back and back and back again. In absence of sound when she's not around, oh, you feel like something's missing. Keep your eyes on her. If there's anything you can do, keep your eyes on her, and she'll keep her heart on you. Thank you. My last song is also about the weather, but it's about the rain. And tagline, nothing wrong with some water in your face, right? It was birthed on a dark, one of those pouring rain spring afternoons. And you're like, is it 8 o'clock at night or is it 2 o'clock in the afternoon? I don't know. It's so dark and gray. Such a lovely, intimate evening. And thank you, listeners. I can't remember when I last saw the sun. The falling water can cure us tortured ones. Skin turning gray, feeling twice my aches. The gods are weeping, the heavens are leaking, the clouds are ringing out. The gods are weeping, the heavens are leaking, the clouds are ringing out. They say the battle when the rain, all up in my brain, all up in my brain. And everybody loves to complain, it's driving them insane. It's driving me insane. But there ain't nothing wrong. There ain't nothing wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with some water in your face. It's gonna make us whole again. Feet are beating brains, then trickle on down the drain. I'm getting wet and warm again. I keep the gravitational pace. This is not a race. This is not a race. Pitter patter when the rain, all up in my brain, all up in my brain. And everybody loves to complain. It's driving them insane. It's driving me insane. But there ain't nothing wrong. There ain't nothing wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with some water in your face. Can you make some rain sounds if you feel like it? We stayed in our houses, too scared to go and play. Outside was some fear and far away. But now I listen to the rain, I listen to the rain. days the sun will come again. The sun will come again. The sun will come again. The sun will come again, I promise. Thank you so much. I'm stoked for Moonfruits. Have a great evening. Hello to whoever's watching in Cyberland. And yeah, thank you again.
Professional venue. Good stuff. Well, that's it. We're taking 10 minutes. No more, no less, okay? If you need popcorn, if you need coffee, tea, or hot chocolate. God, did I mention the hot chocolate? I try not to sell that much because I drink all of it. Same as we used to sell zero chocolate bars. I'd buy them for $1 and I'd sell them for $2, right? But I still had to buy them, off myself. So I was buying them for $1 and then paying myself $2 so I could eat them. Talk about a tax on chocolate. My God. Hey, and cigarettes. I just went out and bought a carton of cigarettes for a friend of mine, and it's gone from 108 to 115 in a week. And gas has gone up. Like, where is this taxation thing coming from? It's about time we revolted. Just saying. Where's that Tea Party?